All right, sorry. Uh, Comparing sleep paralysis to the bigger picture. Okay, so sleep paralysis, anybody who's probably experienced a spiritual awakening probably experienced sleep paralysis because I think there's a correlation. So you go to sleep, you wake up, and you're in that middle state, and you feel like you're being watched. And then your conditioning and your programming automatically think that something's bad because you're afraid, right? But like I've said in my other videos, if your conscious mind is living in this reality right now. You go to sleep, your conscious mind goes off, and your subconscious and unconscious come to the surface. Now, if you're in that in-between state, you're still in your subconscious, unconscious mind. So you are both the observer and the person who's observing, because you're in the state of connected to the infinite, but in a waking place. So automatically, I feel like fear kicks in because you have a much larger awareness that your conscious mind is used to, right? That being said, most people who've experienced it in connection also with abduction or angelic experiences, I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that the energy reflects your internal emotional state. So as a kid, I would get into sleep paralysis and I would feel the fear first because I felt like something was watching me, I wasn't in control, etc., etc. And then I would shift myself from a fearful state to a calm, peaceful state. And what would happen? The observing energy would match my emotional state. So, what does that mean? I think, like, in terms of our reality, or I feel like in terms of our reality, that the infinite doesn't have morality. We're conditioned to believe that, but the infinite doesn't have morality. The infinite is just a mirror. The infinite, the abyss is, you scream into the abyss screams back, right? So, remember that. Like, everything you're viewing is just through you. We're all God. I should have a better point at the end. I did have a better point, but I think it's too long to express. Because I was listening to a podcast with David Icke, who is like the godfather of conspiracy. And all these conspiracy people talk about is how, like, there's this elite class that's blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're trying to destroy us. But that elite class is us. And we're viewing them from a victim mentality. We're not a victim. We're on some level consenting to what we're experiencing. But I think it ties into that abyss idea, because if we just view them as equal or view them as not trying to do anything, the paradigm will shift, the story will shift, the pattern will shift. This is what I'm doing. I keep looking at. Alright. I'm not trying to preach to anyone. I'm just talking my ideas out. You believe what you want. Have a great day.